Hello! Welcome. Right now, I'm going to give you a little tidbit on a quick build. It's going to be it's not part of Inmost Light. This is probably a build that people already know about, but it's the easiest build you can use. You're going to want to use Synthoceps as your exotic piece of armor. And what I'm running on Synthoceps is Fawn of Might, Overload Machine Guns, Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle, and Resilience Mod. And I'm running Malfeasance, Icalos, SMG, Taipan. You're going to want to run Melee Wellmaker on at least 3 pieces, Seeking Wells, and Bountiful Wells. If you don't know what Bountiful Wells is, it goes in the Solar Masterwork piece. It allows you to stack well-making mods. For your fragments, you're going to want to go with Solus, Eruption, Searing, Beams. Soli Victus, Roaring Flames, Healing Grenade, Throwing Hammer, High Lift, Towering Barricade, and Burning Maul. Don't go for Hammer of Soul because it is ass. And the reason I say that is because it does not do you any good. It's not good for raw damage. You want something that's doing high damage and seeking out your target so you don't have to aim. You want this. All you have to do is sit there and press the right mouse button. Unless you're doing single target damage. STD. Shouldn't call it that, but that's what we're going to use. STD, single target damage. You're going to hold and press multiple times the left mouse button, and he's going to spin in a circle, and he's going to hit the target, and you're going to do 15 to 25,000 damage per hit. If you want to make it more, then don't use your super. Use your super for more ad clearing. If you want to do more boss damage, just go with this and Roaring Flames times 3. This will do up to 200,000 damage if you're using the right perks. Synthoceps pair with I think it's 1-2 punch, something like that, shotgun, you're doing 200,000 damage. If you use the Void subclass, I'm pretty sure you could hit more damage, but I don't know how to set that up. I don't use Void, and there's a reason I don't use Void, because none of their subclasses are good. They're all ass. And they're not enjoyable as Solar and Arc is. Another build you could do is the Arc build that I'm using, which is the Heart of Inmost Light build, where you spam grenades. Bountiful Wells, Thermo Shock Plating, times 2, Resilience Mod, Heal Thyself, Machine Gun Holster, Machine Gun Scavenger, Heal Thyself, blah blah blah. You see the shit I'm using, right? Hands-on is a must-have. You always use hands-on, and the reason I say that is because you're always using your melee for either build. And you're getting super energy out the ass. It should only take you 2 to 3 minutes to charge your super each time. You should be able to pop the damn thing 3 times for each thing you're doing. 3 times for each nightfall. The reason I recommend Burning Maul is because it's 8 minutes. This is 10 minutes. Now, if I were to put this on, it would only be 9 minutes charging. It's my intellect. But you get the point. The next build we can do, if we want to be a douchebag and ruin events for people by getting in their way and causing other people to kill themselves. I don't need to call people douchebags, but if you want to be a dick, put on Insurmountable Skullfort. Sit there and stand your Thunder Strike, or whatever the fuck it's called. Seismic Strike. Spam it. to your heart's content, you'll kill everything besides you. Not only that, you'll end up killing yourself and your teammates. Because if you hit an explosive enemy, you're screwed. That's all I have to tell you. Because not only are you going to cause a chain reaction, your arc ability, Seismic Strike, causes your arc melee to bounce enemy to enemy, and it causes a giant explosion. It's the same thing as Combination Blow with voltage running after you dodge on a hunter in the arc subclass. But that's the gist of it. These are the stats for my Inmost Light build. I'm using an 87 Heart of Inmost Light. 71, 70, 74, 22. The reason this is so low is because I still haven't figured out how to fix this shit. I'm working on it. But I'm running Bombarder and Explosive Wellmaker. And we're using Resilience 3. This should be 4 recovery. We want high recovery, and the reason for that is because if we hit ourselves with our grenades, we want to be able to heal. If we can't heal, we can't survive, and if we can't survive, we can't do damage. If we're dying every 2 seconds because we're throwing a grenade and it's damaging us, we're screwed. That's part of the reason we have solar and part of the reason I put on Thermo Shock, because we're resistant to arc damage. If we didn't have this on, we basically would be dying by 1 grenade, because that's how much damage they do. They do about 50,000 to 20,000 damage, depending on whether you're charged with light and you have a mod that enhances your grenade damage. But this is basically the easiest build you can use for Nightfalls right now. I have not tested this in Grandmaster, considering my light level. I don't use my Titan as much anymore. I'm stuck on my Hunter. I will show you guys my Hunter build in another little snippet clip, but right now, this is the build I recommend. My favorite build to use on my Titan, and the reason I say this is because this is the build I always use in Lost Sectors, Legend Lost Sectors. And the reason I use this build is because this build not only gives you restoration, but for all you pussies out there, all you little babies that got mad at Bungie for removing 2 times restoration on Lorelei, shut the fuck up. You don't need 2 times restoration not to die. Here's your fucking 2 times restoration. Throwing hammer, sunspots, healing grenade. There you go. Shut the fuck up. You have 72 resistance. Or 66 resilience and 72 recovery. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you crying over it. You're fine. This is as good as you're gonna get. Take it or leave it. The reason we're going for Synthoceps is because we're getting the Bionic Enhancement, which boosts our damage up to 150,000. If we're using 1-2 punch, it's 200k. 200k damage. Honestly, I'd rather do that much than just sit there and fucking suck on a left nut, because that's more than Thunder Crash does. It's more than Thunder Crash does without the fucking exotic piece. Thunder Crash does about 150. You're using 1-2 punch with this, you're fine. You're doing a great thing. Most of the time, I would recommend using Consecration, because you're getting your other secondary melee where you slide and you destroy things in your waking path, but that does not work as well as this does. Just throw the hammer, bonk shit on the head, run away. Bonk shit on the head, run away. You're hitting enemies, you're healing, you're not dying, you're invincible. You can solo flawless a fucking master Lost Sector. It is not hard. The only time you're going to miss targets is if you're with teammates in Nightfalls and they're killing all the ads because they know what you're doing. That's the only time it's going to piss you off, is when you miss your target. And you shouldn't miss your target. But this is the gist. We're having fun. The whole gist of this build. Honestly, I want to switch this out for this. I'm going to switch this fucking fragment out because I want 90 recovery, because I'm a fucking sweat and I like to heal myself. Because I don't have a healing grenade on Arc subclass, I'm going to do that. But my gist is that you want to start farming your enhancement cores. and your enhancement prisms. But if you're having trouble farming enhancement cores, finest matter weave, pop it before you join the dancing. And you'll get one every so often. But that's my point, this is my gist. Just do it. Get it over with. Enjoy it. If you think you don't have anybody to play the game with, friend me on Bungie. I will fucking help you with anything you want. If there's a challenge out there for me, I will gladly accept it. If it proves a point and makes me feel... Oh, what am I trying to explain? It's going to make me obsessive about myself if I manage to complete a task that's so insane that nobody else can do it. Also, I'm looking for people to do King's Fall with. It's the one raid that I have not been able to do yet, besides Garden of Salvation and Duality. Those are the 2 ones I haven't done. 3 ones, whatever the fuck. I don't care. But you get the gist. This is a quick video on what to do and what a good build would be. Enjoy! Have fun! If somebody says you have the wrong build, don't listen to them, tell them to go fuck themselves. Do what makes you happy. If you have a build that you like, then do it. Enjoy it. Don't let somebody else tell you what. Another piece of advice I forgot to add is if you don't want to run mods for Nightfalls, you don't have to. Your teammates will. You don't necessarily have to have them. You just have to hope your teammates do, or that you're pumping out enough damage that you don't need it. But say you want to up your hand cannon ammo because say you're running Sunshot or you're running the same thing I am. Pop on one of these. Pop on 2 of them. It's not only going to increase your hand cannon ammo from however much this holds. I think it holds 20. Yeah, it holds 20. That's going to pop it up to at least 25 to 30. Hell, I'm able to hold 21 rounds in Sunshot with that mod on. Normally it's 15, I believe. 11, 15, something like that. But do what makes you feel better. If you have something that you like, then use it. There is no wrong build in this game. This game is meant for you to create a character that you think is good and that you see fit to use. If you're a hunter that likes to hide in the shadows and kill your enemies without them knowing, then build one. All you gotta do is fit the puzzle pieces together, and it works. So enjoy, guys. I am Noble Honor, and this has been your little tidbit on what to do if you're a beginner light. Have fun, enjoy. Do what you see fit. If you don't think I'm right, then I'm not right. It's your choice. Enjoy.